Hello everybody, this is Crispy and welcome to the first game of this series of 3 that I'm about to cast between Xlord. Now I'm not exactly sure who this is. I'm not sure if it's Xlord or just Lord and he felt like putting an X in front of that for no reason. And Rine or Rine. I'm assuming it would be Rine, as Rine is short for Marine, although he is a Protoss player, so I don't know why he would be called Rine. So I'm just going to call him Rine because I'm used to saying Rine because of Marines. So Rine will be spawning as the red Protoss in the top right spawning location on Steps of War. And his opponent is going to be Lord or Xlord, spawning in the bottom left spawning location as the purple Zerg. Now, as I just mentioned before, this is a best of 3 series. This is the first match. And Rine is sending out a pretty early scout probe. I forgot what that was called for some reason, but sending out a scout probe straight after his pylon. Now, this is something fairly common on Steps of War, I think, because due to the extremely short rush distance, it is fairly likely that Zerg players will try 9 pull or 6 pull or just do any sort of really quick rush with Zerglings. So that is quite common to send your beginning probe out, the one that builds your first pylon, and they are talking in some language that is not English because it is something that I cannot understand unless his spelling is absolutely horrible. But I would assume he's German or something because it looked a bit like German. I don't speak German. I know like a couple of words in German, and one of my friends speaks German, but it looks kind of German. So here is Rine putting, he's probably going to be putting yet another pylon there, and that's going to be preventing, I think, any units from being able to get out of Lord's base. Except I'm pretty sure a drone could fit in there. A drone could probably fit in there, but I think the main idea of that is to stop any Zerglings from getting out to reinforce this when drone puts an expansion down. But drone knows that this is going to be happening. So, and I completely missed a forge going down there. I thought that was a gateway when I saw that going down before. So Rine is going to be cannon rushing or cannon pushing or whatever you want to call it. I'll just call it cannon rushing. Cannon rushing Lord right over here and taking a mouthful of minerals with this probe just to show Lord who is boss. And Lord is just not even going to try break that down with Zerglings, as he knows that resistance is futile. So he's going to be getting a couple of roaches, so he could hopefully be able to shoot this from just up here. I think Rine will still be able to spot Lord's roaches from on top of this ramp, as the roaches do not have extremely far range. Although, can you increase their shooting range? I'll just check that out in a moment. Increases movement and allows them to burrow, and no, so you cannot increase their movement shooting range, I don't think. So you can fit some units in there, I believe. Anyway, Lord is going to be getting a bunch of roaches out now, 3 roaches to be exact, and yes, you can fit through. I'm not sure if any roaches would be able to fit through there, but Zerglings definitely can. So Rine's just going to be scouting out his base. He sees these roaches coming, and these roaches, let's see what they can make of this little wall right here of the pylon. Yeah, that cannon cannot reach the roaches. Yeah, Rine could just see that, not see those roaches until it just moved forward then. So that is quite fortunate for him that that roach just moved forward. But unfortunately, they're just backing up. If they're able to take out this pylon also, this cannon push may have just been very ineffective. So, Lord has just taken down that first pylon. He's not going to risk losing any roaches to that second pylon. But if he can maybe just get one roach in there. No, he's going to be moving in with all 4 of these roaches, trying to take out this cannon, as the cannons do have less health than the pylon, and that would make it pretty pointless to try to take out the pylon. Now, this cannon is going to go down, so that is the end of that cannon push for Rine, and he's just going to leave that pylon there because it's not really doing anything. And he knows that Rine does not have the Warp Tech upgrade. He doesn't even have a Cybernetics core right now, actually. So there is no point in destroying that because it's completely useless, as Rine will not be able to warp any men in. So Xlord's going to be sending a little attack force across the map here. He can see these cannons. He's going to try and make something happen here with all these Zerglings and some of these roaches. But I think these cannons are just so powerful. He's going to be pulling out there. And fortunately, he can just see what's going on up there with this Overlord. Notice he's throwing an expansion down as he pushes out across the map. So this should be where he does not have a Cybernetics core out yet. That is not going to be very beneficial for him, as he is going to need some Stalkers, although he could just be getting Immortals. But he will need something strong versus armored to take out all these roaches. There's only so much the cannons can do in this situation. And these roaches, that pylon did eventually go down. And these roaches is making a nice wall here. This queen, come on, move it, guys, move it. Queen coming through. So rine. Oh, there we go. That's Cybernetic score. Totally missed that going down before. And rine is also going to be going for the 4-gate Cybernetic core, and yes, going to be getting out an immortal to help deal with these roaches. So now that's the tide of this game has quickly turned from Lord being tightly confined to his own base to having rine confined to his own base. So rine's just going to be sending out this probe to see what's cracking down here, and unfortunately that probe did get killed as rine cannot see past here. He did not know if there were still any units out there for Lord, but there are. So this is looking to be in a bit of a pickle for rine unless he can push out with something here. But all he has is this one stalk, and I don't believe that immortal, and I don't believe that can actually get out of his base, as this choke, well, I don't think there even is a choke. It's just a complete wall. It's just too thick for rine to be able to get an immortal out of his main. So rine's just going to be throwing down another pylon here in case this pylon should go down. This pylon is still able to power the gateway. I'm pretty sure that can reach the forge. Yeah, that can reach the forge, I'd say. And those 2 cannons just in case this pylon were to go down to an attack from Lord. So Lord's natural expansion is just getting up now, throwing down a couple of static defenses. And Lord's just going to probably trying to be getting a bit of vision up here as he cannot see too much. And there, this sentry is just trying to take out that overlord. He probably won't get that. And the weapons upgrade, I would assume, yep, the weapons upgrade is just coming out now, as well as another immortal. And that will make 3 immortals to the pack. And rine's just going to be throwing down a pylon here. Lord can just see this pylon going down. He's going to have to push out. But there's not much he can do about that, actually, as there are cannons right here preventing Lord's units from getting anywhere near that pylon. So that was a very good move by rine. He's now going to be able to secure down the bottom of his ramp here and warp in some more units as well, like these stalkers, which are going to be very helpful and effective against these roaches. Now here comes a bit of a battle. These immortals are going to be doing a massive amount of damage to the roaches, and these roaches just got blocked off by a couple of force fields. They're going to be shooting up this ramp, taking out probably none of these zealots, actually. These force fields forcing all the roaches to retreat. And that was a very good play by rine, gaining control of the low ground just below his ramp down here, and then pushing forward with all these immortals and roaches, which do an exceptionally large amount of damage to roaches, and placing several proxy pylons on the way to Lord's bases. He's going to be making a push here right into the spine crawler. That spine crawler is going down. All these roaches are going to be engaging, trying to take out some of these zealots. These zealots are probably going to be going down to all these roaches, but these immortals are going to be taking out all these roaches. And there's now Hydralisks on the field. Hydralisks are very good against all Protoss ground units, and these immortals taking out the queen, nearly all the roaches, and with the help of all these stalkers taking down that hydra, all these hydras. There are 3 hydra left, a roach and a drone down in here, and this army is just going to be going down to Funky Town, to the superior force of rine. And there's the GG for Lord. That was a very good game by both players. Lord very successfully pushing out and destroying that cannon push in the beginning of the game, and confining rine to his base where there was not much he could do except put this pylon here and push out all the way across the field. And that was very nicely played by both players. So this is a series of 3. So I'm going to go and cast the second game of this series. So that's 1 game to rine and 0 to Lord. So we'll just have to see what Lord can make of the second game to keep himself in this. Adios, see you guys later.